in essence. However, because I was receiving that at some time, the conditions may have been that an individual or person was accustomed, more possible than not, a lady that was, and I'm talking about going way back now, would have been maybe practicing. She may have been one of the ladies within the area who were slain because of the black witchcraft, or were accused of being.
What do you mean slain?
Well, put to death, put to physical, you know, having their life taken away from them because not of their beliefs but their practices. I also feel that this group were collectively, not individually, but collectively were not a good thing for children around. This is why this monk protected these three, took them into, it was like a father figure to them. And maybe that's why you were feeling what you were feeling.
Maybe I'm just, you know, imagining things. But you know, when you just, I know when I walk into friends' houses, you either like them or you don't like them, and I didn't like that.
Well, everybody does that when they buy a house. They go in and they think, does it feel nice? Does it feel
I think there has to be a reason for a feeling why you feel unpleasant in certain rooms. You don't like.
That doesn't have to be paranormal.
No, it doesn't. No, I'm not saying it does. I just can't explain it.
1626 was the time. Someone lived in fear of a group of people turning up on horseback. It's got 1626, isn't it? Pleasant. There's a history, a strong history to the time of 1626, a very significant change that took place to the foundations and the conditions of where we stand now, Yvette. Absolutely. And that was the monk who impressed that with me. Very strong. Obviously, apart from the monk, these three children, I can almost guarantee 100% that these children, what they've done and what they do, can be experienced and picked up by the present occupiers of this home now. I feel so certain about this because of the energy as I walked through, and you see, as we've got the quietude now of late at night, I feel possibly the children generally will hold on until everyone's minds are calmed down, either into sleep or falling into sleep, and then they would really come to the fore then. That would be interesting to check, more so than in the daytime.
But people, when they fall into sleep, are more likely to have allegedly paranormal occurrences and experiences.
Yes, I agree.
Because they're in a dream state.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm talking about whilst they're still awake, and maybe reading a book or something.
Or just being quiet.
Or just being quiet, yeah.
Calm.
And I feel it's then that they really centre their thought and energy to try and draw attention through whatever they're doing by making noises and what have you. And I feel they find it much easier, these three, because they group together. They don't do it individually. They group together. So they put all their energies in collectively, you see.
Well, do you think then we should go and have a break and maybe we can all sit down and relax and see what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay,
The children come out to play.
Yeah. What they do.
Charnock Hall had proved intriguing. If Derek was correct, and the monk-like figure prays in the alcove, maybe it was his spirit who likes to shut the bathroom door. Now that we knew about the children and a monk, we wanted to try a séance. We knew that séances had been conducted here before, with positive results, but would anything happen to us?
Is there any spirit, presence or entity of any kind who wishes to communicate with us here? Please give us a sign that you can hear us and understand us. If you are there, please give us a sign.
My face is twitchy. Really fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
No?
Well, the whole body's just twitching.
Stop. I'm just going to say, stop. My jaw has really, really, really started hurting very suddenly. Really painful. Can I feel it? Oh, wow, yeah.
I was tingling all over my face, down my arms, down my legs.
I just don't feel right. My heart rate's go up like that and to find it difficult to breathe.
What do you do to your hands?
Can I just call a stop to this and put a light on?
Sure. Yes.
I just think that's fair.
I agree.
Rick's odd behaviour was a little worrying. He didn't want to speak much and kept feeling his hands. It took a while for Rick to come round. Why had this happened? No one knows. In previous séances, we had experienced cold spots, floating orbs and something touching us. But in this séance, everyone had internal feelings and it took us some time to feel normal again. After a break, we went back upstairs into the middle bedroom. Neil, Jason and myself sat quietly in the hopes that we would see something using our night vision cameras and an EMF meter.
Don't you think I'm being very brave? Sitting here without one person to my left and one person to my right.
Yes, actually you are. But you said you don't feel scared now in here, like you did earlier on.
Why do I not feel scared here? And I have done and everywhere else we've gone.
Going back to what Derek said, there wasn't anything particularly negative about what he said, and everything was quite happy.
Oh, I got right at the bottom of the screen. It's quite big. Come on, if there's anybody in this room, can you show us some more of these little lights? Oh.
That's got quite a sharp pain in the head.
Oh gosh, good grief.
Where are they? On the floor?
By the waste paper basket.
Where's that?
Just down here.
Yeah.
So we had managed to catch 3 orbs. They were small, but one of them moved in a very peculiar way, almost stopping to change direction. There were no drafts on the floor or any windows open, and dust was discounted. But it seemed odd that as we were talking about the supposed ghosts, these small orbs were showing up on camera.
How much longer should we give it? Go and see what's happening downstairs. If you want, we can go and swap over. Should I do that?
Yes.
As Carl, Rick and Stuart had caught nothing downstairs in the lounge, maybe now was a good time to swap rooms.
Now it's our turn to see if we can come up with anything. I've gone over and sat in the corner. The guys are on the bed. I felt really cold in this corner earlier. There's definitely something else here because it's warm now and it was definitely cold. There's no drafts in here, it's a very warm room. There's no reason for it to be cold here, and it was earlier. Oh, now that I'm pointing exactly in the same place where Jason, Neil and Yvette got an orb. Now something's just flown through screen.
This light form was something we had not seen before. It seems to come from the bottom of the screen and float upwards and out of shot. After viewing it many times, we cannot explain what it is.
We're now downstairs. So this is the room where we had the séance and we all felt a bit strange. If there's somebody in this room and you want us to know that you're in this room with us, can you give us a sign? Can you show that you're in this room? Oh my God.
Something just moved across the screen.
Did it?
Something.
Another small light was caught on both mine and Neil's camera. It travels past me, then towards Neil.
Do you know, I'm sure things happen when you feel really sleepy.
Well, statistically, a lot of